By January the 30th, excluding mainland China, there were nearly 103 million confirmed COVID-19 infections worldwide, and more than 2.2 million deaths. A more concerning issue is that the UK and South African variants are both raging around the world, and they are more transmissible than the previous strains. In addition, the South African variant is able to resist antibodies, making the existing vaccines less effective. So far, this variant has been detected in over 30 countries. According to data from Johns Hopkins University, there were 26 million confirmed cases and nearly 440,000 deaths in the United States as of January the 30th. California has been the worst hit, leading the country in daily new cases and death tolls in recent weeks. A survey taken by Reuters in May 2020 showed that death rates across the United States have a close correlation to each region's party affiliation. As of May the 20th, 2020, US counties that voted for Democrat Hillary Clinton in the 2016 presidential election reported 39 coronavirus deaths per 100,000 residents, while in counties that voted for Republican Donald Trump, 13 of every 100,000 people had died from the virus. The death rates in Democratic US areas were 3 times those in Republican ones. Right now, the UK variant of the CCP virus has been found in 28 states across the United States. Confirmed cases of infection with the South African variant and Brazilian variant have also been previously identified in the United States. The Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation at the University of Washington said in its latest forecast that in a worst-case scenario, with widespread transmission of the South African variant, the United States is predicted to see approximately 654,000 total deaths by May the 1st, up from its previous forecast of 569,000 fatalities by that date. The US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention began requiring a negative COVID-19 test from international travelers on January the 26th. The new rule applies to both foreign nationals and American citizens. The Biden administration has announced the plan to purchase another 200 million doses of vaccines, hoping to vaccinate 300 million Americans by the end of summer or early fall this year. Data from the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention shows that the federal government has issued at least 41 million doses of vaccines, but nearly half of them haven't been used. A total of 3.8 million people have been diagnosed in the United Kingdom, and more than 100,000 people have lost their lives, making it the first European country to surpass 100,000 deaths from the pandemic.
That today, the number of deaths recorded from COVID in the UK has surpassed 100,000. And it's hard to compute the sorrow contained in that grim statistic.
UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson says he took full responsibility and expressed regret and condolences for the deceased. The United Kingdom is currently in the 3rd nationwide lockdown and has imposed strict travel restrictions. At present, nearly 7 million people in the United Kingdom have received the first dose of vaccination, and more than 470,000 people have completed the second dose of vaccination. Johnson announced that it wouldn't be possible to reopen schools in February. If the government reaches its vaccination target, classrooms will open to all children on March the 8th, and other economic and social restrictions will also be removed thereafter. The variant originating from the United Kingdom is now spreading rapidly in France. The country now has a total of 3.15 million confirmed cases and 76,000 deaths. French Health Minister Olivier Véran admitted that the nationwide curfew put in place earlier this month failed to curb the spread of the virus. He called for stricter measures to contain the virus on top of the current 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew. Germany has 2.11 million confirmed cases and 57,000 deaths. The country's Interior Minister, Horst Seehofer, said on January the 28th that German authorities are considering a ban on international air travel from the United Kingdom, Portugal, Brazil, and South Africa, even if the travel ban will meet criticism from other EU countries. Affected by the second national lockdown, the German government cut its growth forecast for this year to 3%, down from 4.4% forecast at the end of October. Economy Minister Peter Altmaier said that the economy will not return to the pre-pandemic level until the second half of next year. On January the 29th, the vaccine developed by AstraZeneca and Oxford University was approved for all age groups over 18 by the European Medicines Agency, Europe's drug regulator. This is the third COVID-19 vaccine approved in Europe after Pfizer and Moderna. On the same day, the European Union placed export controls on vaccines produced within the bloc, which will last until the end of March. All vaccine manufacturers are required to fulfill their supply commitments to EU member states before they can obtain export licenses. In Japan, there were a total of more than 380,000 confirmed cases and 5,546 deaths. Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga reiterated on January the 29th that Japan is determined to host the Tokyo Olympics this summer as planned. The International Olympic Committee IOC President Thomas Bach also expressed IOC's commitment to delivering the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games this summer. Soon, we will be able to release the first version of the so-called playbooks for the Games, which will explain the measures for the different stakeholder groups to protect themselves and to protect others, he said. The Colombian government confirmed on January the 26th that Defense Minister Carlos Holmes Trujillo had died from the CCP virus at the age of 69. Just 2 months ago, Colombia's Vice President and First Lady tested positive for the CCP virus. Across the country, there are more than 2 million confirmed infections, and the death toll has exceeded 50,000. Due to the new restrictions on social media, our channel may be affected. If you'd like to stay tuned to our channel and receive notifications and updates, please provide us with your email by clicking the link below. Thank you for your support.